Alright guys, what up? Slate here. I guess we'll talk about the Hayato changes today. Uh, I've been waiting for them to fix a lot of the bugs and like crashing issues, but I guess we're gonna have to wait at least a year for that, just because we're not a KMS class. We don't matter. So we're not gonna get updates often at all. So that's unfortunate. But yeah. Besides all the bugs and crashing, the changes we got were actually really good. So let me put it up on the screen right now. Now the skill damage numbers don't matter too much. Just know that the total damage is pretty much going to be the same before and after the change. Because they basically gave more lines, but they reduced the skill damage on the skill. So in total, it's going to be the same amount of damage, assuming there's no damage cap, like bottle capping everything. But technically, it's up to like a 1% nerf, I think, or something very small, like very minor. But in general, it's been like these changes are really good for the class, and I'll talk about the skills separately. So to start it off, we have Hitokiri 100 Strike and Summer Rain. They no longer cost any sword energy to use, but there's a 2-minute cooldown on it now. However, this is really good because all our energy should be used for Phantom Blade, not any other skills. Which means these two skills are actually worth using now, and they buffed it from 15 lines to 60 lines. And you can boost it with boost nodes. So they're actually worth boosting now. I guess I'll talk about the updated boost nodes later on. And the other good thing is that Hitokiri 100 gives a 15% boss damage buff, which can be maintained. And it works with buff duration as well. So it's definitely like 100% uptime. Okay, so we got more lines on Battle Jitsu Zonko, Sengoku Force, and also God of Blades. But these three skills are pretty self-explanatory. It's more lines, but lower skill damage. Nothing much more to say about those three. Phantom Blade, on the other hand, is a very good buff because it was, it did a lot of damage before, but it was just easily overcapped. But now, because of the buff, it also works in synergy with the Instant Slice buff. So Instant Slice went from 10 to 30 lines, and now it's actually worth using for bossing instead of just being a mobbing skill. And then Phantom Blade went from 8 lines to 30 lines. Now, here's the real synergy. Instant Slice can cancel Falcon's Honor's animation delay, which means we can actually use Falcon's Honor into Instant Slice for bossing. And that'll give us 100 energy, which is half of a Phantom Blade. So if we incorporate this combo into our normal DPS rotation, we can get a lot more Phantom Blades off. We can use boost nodes on Falcon's Honor, and we get the buffed Instant Slice. So it's like super synergized. So that's why these two skills getting buffed is actually really good, and it changes our actual rotation for bossing. Now, if we're considering that we're going to get the Neo update eventually, which is going to raise the damage cap to 150 bill, that means some people think that these balance changes were not necessary because all it did was give more lines, but we didn't actually gain any total damage out of it. But think about it though, unless they remove the damage cap forever, like having no cap at all, there will always be an approachable cap, and once we approach the new damage cap, it goes back to line story. So what these line changes do is ensure that the class is always relevant. Also, because of the Riot Blade Flash change, which doubled its lines, it's actually basically the same effectiveness now as using Rai-Sanrenzen with max attack speed. So that means we're going to be using Riot Blade Flash forever. We don't need Shinsoku anymore. We don't need Sanrensen for bossing. So that changes the boost nodes a little bit, which I'll make another video on pretty soon. So in terms of line count, we're in the middle of the pack now instead of being near the bottom, which means if we get overcapped again and we have to play line story, we're not completely losing in that field. So that's why this is such a good balanced patch for us. So that's the takeaway basically, is that it's a really good like direction for the class moving forward, even though Neo update is coming. And yeah, that is all. Guess I'll see you guys in the next video when I talk about nodes and inner ability and stuff. Thanks for watching. Peace.